Hi guys. So I'm just gonna let you see what I usually do for like snacks when I'm studying. Um, I'm actually really hungry, but I don't really feel like eating like the usual monotonous meal of you know chicken and rice. So I'm actually trying to do a little bit of a shake that I usually do when I'm hungry, and it means that I don't have to eat a meal, but I can actually get some protein in. But it's not a protein powder that you probably come across, because it's not a protein powder, it's a meal replacement powder that is locally made. So I'm not gonna advertise the brand because yeah, but just to tell you what's in the brand, it has sodium 130 milligrams, sugar 23 grams, protein has 7 grams of protein. It's actually a soy-based protein, not protein powder, soy-based meal powder. It's not like optimal nutrition, so it's fairly cheap. But like I said, I'm hungry, but I don't really feel like eating a meal, so I'm just going to you know mix this protein shake and fry an egg, because an egg it's not as laborious to eat as if I was to eat the monotonous chicken and and rice, or chicken and pasta, and as I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, I don't like a lot of meats. So most of my meats in general just border on chicken, maybe fish every now and again. I don't like beef, don't like pork, don't like duck, don't like turkey. But those are excellent sources of protein, but don't like them, so don't eat them. And I specifically am kind of weird with fish because when I do fish, like it has to be like boneless. So like I said, I'm frying an egg and I'm gonna eat it with a whole wheat bun, making my shake, which has the meal replacement powder, as well as I'm gonna put in 2 bananas, second one here. I was gonna put some molasses in, but I put some molasses in a shake sometime, and molasses gives it that kind of bitterish taste. So not really too into the molasses. Next thing goes in, because I'm studying. This is some coffee. Because yeah, man's tired. So this is maybe half a teaspoon of coffee. This is it's not it's I don't want to say the brand, but it's a tea. So this brand has in lots of nutrients. It's actually made in the UK, I think. Yeah, by Glasgow Smith. So I'm not gonna advertise the brand, but it's most, if you know like teas, this is a nice tea. Has a lot of protein. Well, not protein. Has a lot of vitamins in it. So I use a lot of these that don't have, like, you can get some protein, not protein, some vitamins, and I don't really have to mess around too much with the multivitamins. Although every now and again I still pop a multivitamin. It's basically expensive pee. So once I put that into so everything is in here. It's packed up with some water. Last ingredient is oats, but I blend this initially so that it's not too full, so that the oats can actually go in. So yeah, that's the initial blend. It's already full, so I have to kind of lessen it off a bit. It's good already. Thing is though, it's sweet, but when I add the oats, it's gonna be very bland. Cause I put a lot, maybe up to a quarter of this of the oats. I actually don't like coffee, so only reason I put coffee in it is because I don't want to drop the sip and I have. I'm reading preventative dentistry, and I have another exam the day after, so can't afford to sleep right now, and I still kind of want to work out in the morning. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So the egg has finished frying. So I'm gonna put that in the bowl with the bun. Thing is, this bread looks like it says it's whole wheat, but it doesn't really look that whole. You know, that nice brown look, but. You just have to trust the manufacturer sometimes. It's whole wheat, this is whole wheat. I'll just go by what they say. So once I put in the oats and the ice, it should be good to go. I mean, that would be my 10:30 snack. Right here. 1 second, let's go to the fridge. For some reason I thought I had an open oats pack. Guess not. Once again, another local brand of oats. I like oats. As I mentioned before, I like a lot of bland food. I don't know why, that's just how it is. I don't know if I've ever mentioned before that I'm actually originally from Barbados, and my family owned a farm. So all these meats that I buy now because I'm living away from home, it's just heartbreaking to buy meats because I'm not accustomed to actually going to the supermarket and buying meats. Most times my mom would have a whole counter full of eggs, so I never had problems getting access to protein. But now that I actually see how blessed I was as a child, because when you have to buy your meals and you actually see the cost of chickens in the supermarket, and the thing is, my mom actually sold her meats less than the supermarket, and she still made a profit. So that should just show you how profitable supermarkets really are. Granted, supermarkets have to include their overhead and paying their employees, but still, man, some of the prices that you see now in the supermarket for simple meats blows my mind. I'm gonna blend again this time with the ice. The ice, too much ice. Sometimes I might add some peanut butter, but right now I'm not really feeling the peanut butter either. And so this is going. Tastes good. So as an alternative to actually getting a cup of coffee with hot water, try coffee in your shake. For those who don't like hot beverages, I know those that live in cold countries probably will like to have a cold beverage, but granted, Jamaica does get cold. that's it for the shake. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe to my channel, please.